been in existence since 1985. It is a very important part of our community. Actually, we're the only civic organization that's left. There was JC's, we had Rotary, and those have all fallen by the wayside, and we're the only ones left. We try to make a difference in our business. We do a lot of class. Here at the library, people stop by to pick up their applications. The people come to me usually because this is where they pick up their application. And then they pour their hearts out to me. I haven't had classes in 8 years, 10 years. I haven't been able to afford a pair. And then someone told me about the Lions Club. One thing I don't think people realize is every dime that we pay for a pair of glasses, we have earned. But not only do we do glasses, we serve in other ways too.
Let me tell you about what the Man's Lion Club does in December and for the Christmas season. It usually starts Black Friday for us. We have specific members that start Black Friday who has already received grants and money from somewhere and go out and buy the best deals on toys and stuff of that nature, because that's the best shopping day. They hit very early to buy the best quality toys at the best prices. So starting the day after Thanksgiving kicks our Christmas season off. We have that. Everything gets collected and brought back to a central point, which our central point is where our president happens to work. She allows us to put all these presents here. Then we have gift wrapping parties, which can take several days on itself. We accept donations here. We accept toys there. We accept wrapping paper. We get with other community projects such as the fire department and some other things, and we pick a day and we go out and we deliver, which is probably the most rewarding deal of it all. We dress up like Santa Claus. We dress up like elves. We broadcast it on the news that we're coming, here we come, and we got the presents. And the community support that we get is tremendous. Since we, probably one of the reasons we've been able to double our membership. People have seen what we do, they like what we do, and some has become a line. First weekend in December, Man's Lion Club will actually take a little time for ourselves. We'll have our Christmas dinner, and there we plan the events until after Christmas. So after we have our own Christmas party, we separate it in. Here's some of the things we generally do. We do Christmas caroling. The Lee Knoll Christmas Carol started off a few years ago with just 5 or 6 people in the rain. It has now got to be where it's a community-wide involvement of several churches, and people look forward to hearing us come every year instead of that group of 5 that went out and nobody wanted to hear. We ring bells for the Salvation Army, and we do it in honor of Geraldine Bunch. Geraldine Bunch is a deceased member who loved to do it. As a matter of fact, she loved to do it so well that she volunteered in several organizations to ring bells.
A few years ago, we had a flood in the local neighborhood, and as a Lions Club, we came together and had taken up donations and partnered with other community groups and the local fire department, and we had taken so many truckloads of things to the affected site, and we applied for a small grant with the Lions Club International. When in return, we basically had gotten clothes for seniors who had been affected. We bought them graduation clothes because the graduation was a couple weeks away. We were able to do that. We were able to give a lot of food, a lot of water, and a lot of the essentials that we take for granted every day to these families who were affected. We also have done socks for veterans. We have taken up so many socks for different I think it was the Veterans Home in Beckley, and we provided hundreds of socks for them. We partnered with different organizations with that. Just this past year, we done a $500 educational scholarship for the local high school. We had different applicants, and we chose a local girl. But the basis of the scholarship is they have to have some kind of community service, and we found the one with the most community services that met all the criteria. So we provided her with $500 to a West Virginia school for choice, and that was the first year we've been able to do that in probably, I think, 6 or 7 years. So hopefully that's an ongoing thing.
One of the other projects we do here, we do the Lions Bowl, which is special to me. I'm an assistant football coach here at Man High School, and the Lions Bowl is a game played between the rivals of Man versus Logan. And from the beginning of time, or at least our time anyway, this is a huge rivalry. I mean, huge rivalry. And the Lions Club at Logan has teamed up with us, and we give out trophies to the winners and also an MVP. The winner gets to keep the trophy for a year, and then they bring it to the ball game, and their club versus our club. If ever who gets to win gets to present the Lions Club trophy. It was my honor, in behalf of the Man's Lions Club last year, to give the trophy to my own team. That was something very special. Logan in the past has lost the trophy, and between the two clubs, I think we've bought a new one. But I kind of accuse a little bit of a foul play. Somebody down at Logan, I think, still has that down there somewhere. That might be somebody's closet. They sore loser decided they didn't want to give it back. But it's special because it's a little rivalry between club to club, town to town. But it's also good at probably one of the biggest functions of the year. There close to 5,000 or 6,000 people will see this game. And at the end of it, it's really good to see this group of Lions and this group of Lions meet, shake hands, and say, good job, and here's the winner, and the whole community is a winner. I think in the past we've actually got behind a little bit of a scholarship for the MVPs of those. But me being a football coach up here, it's a little bit special to my heart.
When I first joined the Man Lions Club, most members were older. I would go out and say that probably the youngest member was probably 45 years old, maybe 50. Since then, we've had at least 15 join who are under the age of 40. But the main thing is the youth want to be involved in their community, and the Lions Club is a great way to do that. And we know this from this area. Wherever a Lions Club grows larger, problems grow smaller. What we see today in today's society is it's really a technology-driven society, and that's really more prevalent with young people. So if you want young people to join your club, you have to enter social media. Since I've been membership chairman, we now have a Facebook page. We are on Twitter, and that's where we make most of our contacts within the community. Young people aren't really much on coming to a meeting, sitting and talking and eating. They want to be active. We want to get out there and do the projects. We want hands-on, and part of that is social media, and that has really led our recruitment effort towards young people in the club here. Starting with an older club and bringing in youth to your club, it's a really dynamic partnership, and there can be times where there's some growing pains there. You often hear a lot of people in the Lions Club group say that they want younger members. But also with that, when they join, you can't be scared of change. The same as you can't be scared of the change with social media and getting on Facebook and Twitter. You can't be scared to let the youth join the club and kind of let them not so much hold the reins, but as really get out there and just do the groundwork. You can't be afraid to expand, to grow, and you have to think outside the box. Now, when you have youth join your club, there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of enthusiasm. Sometimes that can be misguided. With the mentorship of the older charter members, which is what has happened here at Man, we've put that in a really positive direction. Whereas you may have seen the Lions Club out in the community 2-3 times a year, we're now seen out monthly, weekly. And you'll always find us on Facebook. We're always touting our good efforts and trying to get more people to join.
The reason Lions Club's personal to me is because when I was a kid, I was the youngest of 9 children, and I grew up in a coal camp. And the kids who went to the same school with me grew up in a coal camp just like I did. But I remember that if a kid needed a pair of glasses when I was in school, that's where they got them. The Lions Club bought their glasses. My brother had a pair. I had a nephew who had a pair. And that's where they got them. Had they not had that, they wouldn't have gotten them. So to me, it's kind of personal. So when I became the director here at the library, Shirley Brown, who had been president for over 15 years probably at that time, asked me if I'd been interested in joining. And I was probably the youngest member at the time. But I felt I could give back for what they gave to me.